Hello everyone, in this lesson third we are going to learn the art of layer. So basically from the scratch to the advanced layer I'm going to show you how to use these layers, and the whole editing game of our Photoshop is actually happens in the layers. So just watch the full lesson and just learn this technique of creating a layers and just playing with around. So let's get straight into the video. So guys, in this lesson 3 we will learn how to the layer thing actually works. All the layers, the thing and everything of the totally related to layers we will just understand in this lesson or the tutorial. Alright, so here is the layer menu or the layer area where actually whole process of editing actually does here or actually works, right? So first of all, if you will open any of the photograph, you will find that here it would be a background layer. So this is the background layer, right? If you want to add something over here, you can just create or something. If you want to create a new layer over here, then you can just click on this. So it will create an empty layer. So whatever you does in this layer, so it will only be affected only in this layer. Suppose let's see, if I want to create a light on this, so let's select the brush tool and I'll just add some kind of lights. Suppose I want to add this color of light on this photo, so I'll just increase the size of the brush from here and just hit OK. Suppose let's see, here I have added this light. So as you can see, if you want to add over here, you can just add it, and here it will only, you can see we have created an empty layer, so it is only affected on this layer. Suppose I will create one more new layer. Let's select the brush tool and I'll create one white color of the brush. So as you can see, this is two different layers I have made in this photo. Alright, so if I just unhide this, so you won't be able to see. If I unhide this, so you won't be able to see this layer. So background is not affecting you, which you have to understand, guys. This background is not affecting, but whatever you are doing on top of all the backgrounds, that are all the layers. Suppose this is the thing, right? If you want to create a sunlight kind of effect, then here is the mode. If you want to decrease the effect of this layer, suppose, then what you will do is just decrease the opacity of this layer. So as you can see how the opacity, if you decrease it, so you will get only the minor effect of this layer. Suppose let's see, here is the effect of this. I'll put it over here. If I want to decrease this opacity, what I will do is just reduce the opacity of whole layer, so you can see only the minor details or the minor thing of this layer will only be affected. So this is how the layer thing works. If I want to add one more PNG, you can also, guys, add a PNG, right? So if you, let's select this, if I want to add this road metal PNG, so as you can see, when I'm adding this, just drag and drop, or else you can go to the file and open and just browse and add manually. So as you can see, if I have added this PNG to the photo, this photo is, or this PNG is above all the image. So as you can see, if I unhide this, the photo is over here, our original, and here is the PNG. Now guys, you have to keep in mind, whenever you are doing a drag and drop process directly from the folder to Photoshop, your layer would be in a smart object. What does mean? You will get this kind of symbol in the layer. What does this mean actually? If I make kind of adjustment on particular this layers, let's make press Ctrl L. By pressing the levels, if I adjust something over there, make it more darker or something like that, right? So as you can see, if I have made an adjustment over there, I'll get one more different extra layer below this layer. So these are the semi layers which I can get from this main layer, right? If I want to adjust some more in future, right? So I'll just have to double click on this, and still I can just play with around. So these are the benefit of creating a smart object or the smart layer. If I want to rasterize, suppose I want to create this layer as a normal layer, right? So what I'm gonna do is just right click on it and select the rasterized layer. so it will just create a normal layer, so you won't be able to adjust anything or redo that process after that editing. Suppose if I make some changes on this, I won't get that back after doing any of the process of let's creating another layer. So I won't get that effect or adjust manually afterwards, that if I want to do that process on this particular layer, that I can't do because I have created as a normal layer. But if you have created this as a smart object, then you can definitely do the process afterwards also. Anytime you want, you can just do it. Suppose let's create one more smart object, so just right click on it and select the convert to smart layer. So it is converted into smart object. So whatever you does in this, suppose let's press hue and saturation, that is control U, right? If I have changed the color of this or just make a black and white, so as you can see, it is creating a one more beneath extra layer. So this is the guys, benefit of creating a smart layer to your project. This would be pretty helpful if you want to toggle up or make an adjustment in future if you are doing whatever kind of thing or editing in this process. So this would be very helpful, I hope, right? And the next thing, if you want to add some more photo to your particular image, so what I'll do is, suppose I want to add one more photo, and let's select this photograph, right? Just drag and drop to our Photoshop. I'll add it, press Ctrl or Shift key to enlarge the image. So here is the smart object, right? Now I'll just rasterize it because I don't want to do any kind of process on this in future. So if you want to decrease the opacity, you can totally decrease it from here. As you can see, what I'm doing is, if I'm decreasing the opacity of the layer, it is getting my background layer as it is showing up my background layer, right? That was our background layer, is this layer. So this is how the layer actually works. If I want to place this below this layer, so what I will do is just drag it and drop below this layer, so it will come up below this circle layer. So as you can see, if you can just change the opacity of this, so as you can see the difference, the background layer is totally hidden because we have made 100% the opacity of this, right? You can change the blending mode to any of the darken or screen, multiply or anything. You can just play with it and make an adjustment over here, right? So this, we will make a separate video of this blending mode, how to do this and all. Suppose this is the layer, right? I'll just make opacity to 100%, and if I want to create a backlight effect or sunlight kind of effect to this layer, so what I will do is go to the blending modes, and here I will select the screen. So as you can see, after selecting the screen, my photo or that light is actually looking like a perfect sunlight. As you can see, I have increased the size of this layer. So as you can see the difference, here was the before and here is the after. Just you need to hide and unhide the layer. So this is how the screen and all the blending option actually works. This is totally up to you, and you have to play with all the, you can just try it and you will see, you can just see how the difference actually is seen in the photo with the help of this blending mode. I'll just go it thoroughly. So as you can see, you can totally decrease or increase the opacity. Here is our another layer, right? On top of it, if you just move this layer below this sunlight or the soft light layer, so as you can see, this is below this soft light layer, so it is affected on both below this layer and this layer, whatever you are doing, right? So this is how the layer or the thing of layer, everything actually works with this kind of project. So this is very important thing, guys. This all layers and stuff which you have to understand. If you want to add a layer mask to the photograph, then you can do it, right? And guys, the next thing we are going to learn is are the adjustment. This all we will learn in a separate lesson in the next video. If you want to make a group of the layers, suppose I want to create all this in a group, so just select this layer and press the shift key and just move the arrow key of the mouse and just select all and just make a group. So just right click on it and select the group from layers. So as you can see, I have made one group. You can totally make a different kind of groups and arrange over here, and you can just test whatever you want. So it will be more easier to understand, and you can just name it as whatever you want. Suppose I'll just make one more thing. Let's say I'll add this PNG to the photo, that is a color splash, right? So just right click on it and rasterize it. I'll just make a group of this. Directly press Ctrl G, that is a shortcut of this group, of making a group. Let's say I'll just name it as a color splash, right? So I'll just make a color splash. As you can see, if I want this, I can just use this, or else I can use this. So this is how the group actually works. If you have everything unconditionally without the group, then just if you want to ungroup this, then just right click on it and select ungroup, or else you can just do it here also, the ungroup from the layer. So as you can see, if this was not arranged in a proper way of a group style, so you will be able to fix this and just unhide all. Then you have to do a lot of process. But if you want to make that easier, just select all, make a group one, and just make one group by pressing Ctrl G. So you can just toggle up and see what it actually looks perfectly. And you can also guys, if you want to keep this group below this group, then you can totally do. So as you can see, this group, if I unhide this, so it will affecting only this. So this is how all the layers and all thing actually works. So I hope you all have enjoyed this or learned this kind of technique of art of making a layers kind of things from here in this video. So let's just move to the next video, and we'll see how this adjustment layer and all the tools of the adjustment really actually works in this process. So guys, thank you for watching, and bye bye till the next video.